How's it going, guys? So we're currently on our way over to an area where I just received some tips. Well, not just, but received some tips yesterday that there's been a few owls, specifically some great horned owls, and then some barn owls and saw-whet owls actually as well. I've never seen saw-whet owls and I've never seen barn owls since I just actually got into wildlife photography probably not longer than a month ago. So far I've been loving it. I actually started with a 600mm f11 RF lens for the Canon R5. That's primarily what I've been using is the R5. It's my main workhorse for pretty much everything. Some of you guys know I am a full-time videographer, photographer. I do this for a living. I shoot mainly real estate and then we do video production. So I don't always want to be posting about that kind of stuff because obviously I do it every day for work. So I wanted to do something else that I find fun and enjoy, and I think wildlife is that. Hopefully through these videos I can learn more about wildlife photography, connect with a lot more of you guys, and just hopefully put out some great content that you guys enjoy of me being out here shooting wildlife and just enjoying the outdoors. But today, mainly the goal is to go out there. I did get a new lens, so I guess I upgraded, even though it's a 25-year-old lens. Like I mentioned earlier, we were using that 600mm RF. So I upgraded to the 500mm EF lens, and this is actually a 25-year-old lens. But the thing is, this is an f4 lens. I do have a 1.4 converter on there, so technically we're at 700mm with the 1.4. So far I've pretty much attached the 1.4 and haven't taken it off because the 700mm has been beautiful. Most of the shooting that I've been doing recently, the past few days, has been at like local parks, in my backyard. I haven't been really out in the field like what we're gonna do today. So I'm excited to actually go out there and hopefully spot some owls, spot some cool birds, and have some of that action and show it to you guys. So I'll get back to you guys as soon as we get to the location, so I'll see you guys there. All right, guys, so I haven't even fully drove in already, but I've already spotted 3 owls. It looks like owls. It could be hawks as well, but they're huge. And there's also, it looks like possibly an owl, possibly a hawk sitting on this tree about 250 feet away from me. So I'm gonna get the lens out. I parked, not gonna try to get any closer, see if this 700 can pick it up, and let's go for it. So I'm actually gonna try to see what it is through the car. It's not too far from me. I know this is not the best thing possible. I could have brought binoculars, but I didn't, totally forgot about it. So we're gonna try to see if we can tell what it is from the car. So it looks like it might be a red-tailed hawk, but I'm not too sure. I know we got a lot of those here in eastern Washington, so see if I can get closer up. Okay, I'm gonna get outside the car and try to see if we can get a better shot at it. I've got the camera actually set up already, and the thing's huge, it's massive, it's just staring at us, but I'll switch it over to the camera view so you guys can check it out. So I tried to get a little bit closer to him. He actually flew away. No worries. We're gonna drive a little bit further. The spot that we're actually going to is just like a little bit past the tree that he's currently on. I probably look funny. I put a baklava on. It's a little bit chilly out here. I'm not a big fan of the cold. Oh, almost dropped that lens. We'll see what we can get. Let's see if we can get closer, see what else we can find. So we made it out to the location. I actually managed to get some cool footage of it. Getting a lot closer to it, I think it was actually a red-tailed hawk. Those guys do seem to look like eagles from far away just because they look a lot bigger, but after I saw it fly away a lot closer, it looked more like a red-tailed. I got some pretty good footage. I got 120p footage, so I'll show that to you guys right now. Did get some pictures, so check these out. Like I mentioned earlier, guys, the whole purpose of this is to show you guys what this 500 can do, and those of you guys that may be interested in possibly getting a 500mm, I know that the RF lens right now are pretty damn expensive. I personally got this one on eBay for $2,000, which isn't bad for a 500mm lens. Like I said, the only downside is that it's 25 years old, but lenses don't really degrade. Typically, like your camera, it does tend to degrade after some sort of time. Any like phone or whatever it might be, any other sort of technology out there, but these lenses are built pretty damn tough. And like I said, for $2,000, you can't go wrong with this 25-year-old lens. It's still holding up. It's doing very, very good. I think the only con about it is that the stabilizing in these EF lens completely sucks. It's not as good as they are on the RF lens. But as far as performance though, you're gonna get a very sharp image. Compared to the RF 600 millimeters that I had, this is way sharper by a long shot. And I'll show you guys a few pictures of the 600 compared to the 500. Well, it's gonna be a 500 with the 1.4. So remember, when I mentioned 500, I'm talking 500 with the 1.4. I'll show you guys a few of those pictures so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So let's get back on the trail and see what we can find. I think I might have just spotted an owl up in this tree right here. I know you guys can barely see it, but I'm gonna try to get the lens up and see if we can have any luck seeing it. But I see it ducking around behind the tree. So I was way off. So that's actually two cats stuck in a tree, a black cat and then it looks like some white polka dot looking cat. I was not expecting that. As soon as I saw these guys like crawling down the tree or trying to get down, I recognized it was a cat. I mean, it could have been worse. Could have been like a cougar or something, but definitely not that size. But for some reason, I thought it was an owl from way back there because it was like ducking around. And if you guys have spotted owls before, those guys tried to hide. But yeah, I was definitely not planning on seeing two cats stuck in a tree today, especially out here. Earlier I was hating on the stabilizer on these EF mounts just a little bit, but I did forget to mention though, the stabilizer obviously sucks when it's mounted on a tripod because it's not supposed to do that. It has a very hard time focusing, but when you're using stabilization on the EF lens and shooting handheld, it's actually not a problem. This EF lens has different stabilizing settings. It has one for panning and then one for actually like moving subjects. I wouldn't say it's its best. I would advise to shoot with a tripod doing wildlife photography. Even I do like to shoot handheld a lot though, like those last few shots, those were all handheld with stabilizer on, and I think they look pretty good. Even though they are shot at 4K 120, they're super slowed down. They still look pretty good. 120p obviously does help with stabilizing the footage, making it look a lot smoother than what it really is, but it still looks really, really good. All right guys, so I'm getting ready to pack out. I've got a brisket at home that's cooking, so I gotta go check on it, but got some cool pictures, got some cool videos. I got a last shot of a red-winged blackbird, which looked extremely cool, was sitting there singing, so I'm gonna show that to you guys. But yeah guys, if you guys enjoy videos like this, I will start to get more in depth into like the wildlife stuff. I'm doing a lot of research. I'm really trying to learn this stuff because I'm honestly having a lot of fun with it. So like the older I get, the more I want to be outdoors, and I want you guys to follow me along. And if you guys have any questions regarding this lens, the camera, whatever it might be, like I said, I do this professionally. I have a lot of knowledge. I have a lot of information. I've been doing this for 7 years, almost 8 years actually. So feel free to ask away. If you guys did enjoy this though, guys, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, guys.